YouTube, what up? It's your boy, Young Wavy, forever. So I just came by to give y'all the method I've been using, obviously with 7 juices and berries by ColdLvbel. It's www.coldlvbel.co. The label is spelled with an A when you go into the website, not the V. You know, it's a hair oil. You know, I'm just going to use it to oil my scalp, oil my hair, and 7 juices and berries. Alright, so we're just going to start out. Basic instruction. Basically what I do is I take the bottle. Obviously it has good pump action on it. I like how when it pumps out, only pumps out a moderate amount, not a lot. So basically what I use it for, how I use it, I just take certain pinpoints in my head, around my crown area, you know, a couple drops on each side, top, sides, and back. Make sure I'm getting, you know, close to the lower or around the hairline too. Not too much, because basically once you start combing it through, it's going to spread and distribute. You don't want it, you know, too much excess. You know, you want to use the product and use it in your hair. You don't want too much excess coming out on your forehead or in the back. So you're going to use it moderately, you know. So we're going to just start out by oiling the scalp. You know, I'm little drops around my head, you know. Do-rag just came off. Reason why I do this, just keep my scalp healthy, hair healthy. You know, it's cold out now, so a hair oil really comes in handy because it adapts to your hair a lot faster, I notice. So basically I use this, let's say once or twice out of the week. You know, obviously I use it when I'm doing my hot oil treatments. So we're going to start out now just by doing a couple drops around the head. You know, usually I'll start out in the crown area, you know, around my crown, you know, just a couple drops, and then, you know, I'll probably move out, you know, just go around the whole head. You know, you don't have to completely saturate the entire head when you're pumping it in. You know, you just want to get certain spots, because once you combing it through, it'll begin to distribute. And remember I said you want to get around the lower edges, usually around your hairline area where you know it's going to be needed also. I believe that should be good. You know, I believe I got majority of the spots I needed to get. So basically you're just going to take a comb now. Now remember, when using a comb, you want to use a comb determined, you know, at different lengths of your beast or wolf, or when you're growing your hair. Obviously a certain amount of products you're going to use, and the size comb for this method. When you're using a comb, you want to use a comb that's going to comb your hair, comb if you have curls or if you have waves, whatever so have you. You know, you want to comb according to the size or length of your hair. So if you have a longer hair, or, you know, if you have shorter hair, you know, longer hair, you want to use a longer teeth comb. Shorter hair, you want to use a shorter teeth comb. You know, for this, I have my, right now I'm at a medium length. I'll see. So I'm going to use a comb according to my wavelength. So this way I know I'm not having trouble going through my hair, and I'm not having the trouble of basically when I comb it, I'm combing out my waves. You know, because you can not comb out your waves, but you can comb your hair where it loosens your curls and it just looks like you have a fro. So you want to use the right comb according to the size wave or hair length that you have. So we're just going to start out, you know, all my pinpointing spots. You know, the same way I brush my hair. You know, I'll take the comb and I'll just comb. You know, I'll do this for about a good 2 to 3 minutes. You know, I'll go all the way around with it, all the way around, and just keep going around. Make sure that I distribute the product fully. I found this a good way to oil the scalp, oil the hair. You know, this is a quick method you can do in the morning. Usually what I do after I finish combing, you know, it's 2 things I do. I've tried it with. Basically, I would comb it in real good. And then after I'm done, you know, it's either I'll just leave my hair as is. You know, I won't brush it down. I'll just leave it. Let the oil penetrate it, you know, while it's at a raised look. So I'll just let the oil penetrate it throughout. This way, you know, everywhere gets coated. You know, the oil penetrates down to your scalp. And everything just gets nice coat to it. On the other hand, sometimes after I oil my scalp and comb it through, I'll then just brush it, you know. I'll brush it through afterwards, and I'll do-rag. Now, the reason why I say use a moderate amount is not only to avoid the excess from coming on your forehead and running down the back of your neck, it's also for when you put your do-rag on, your do-rag doesn't get saturated with all this oil. Remember, your do-rag, when you put it on, 9 times out of 10, it's going to adapt some of the product from out of your hair. This is why our do-rags get dirty most of the time, or built up with the products that we use throughout the week. So you basically want to put a moderate amount. Remember, according to your hair length, you know, you should know and determine how much of the product you need. Once again, you want to start out in a moderate amount, a little bit at a time, and then add more as you go. So basically, you know, you don't want to put too much to have all that excess coming down your forehead. So basically, that's about it. You know, I'll just continue to comb all the way around. Obviously, you're combing the same way you brush, almost. You want to comb with the direction of your wave pattern. You know, you want to keep everything consistent. You want to do everything consistently. If there's no consistency in your routine, then there will lead to no consistent progress. Basically, you'll gain progress, but it won't be that progress you're actually looking for. You want to stay consistent with everything you do. You want to make sure you know at each stage how much of a product you need, you know, when you need to use the product, and how you need to use the product. Remember, you always want to, when you get a product, you want to use the directions given. Because obviously, the make of the product and the direction, that's how it's supposed to be used. Now, a lot of people incorporate or change up the way they use certain things to adapt to their style. You know, you can follow that also, but always make sure you follow the directions on a product, or, you know, how a product is supposed to be used. Now, this product doesn't come with directions, but I'm just talking in general. Any product that you get, before you go and you ask, okay, how I use this product, read the directions. You know, follow the directions first before you try to incorporate someone else's method with that product. And that's basically it. Once again, it's the 7 Juices and Berries by ColdLvbel. That's, once again, www.coldlvbel.co. You know, and that's basically how I use it to oil my hair, oil my scalp. You know, just give it a nice healthy feel and look. You know, I'll let this sit in my hair probably for like about, I'll say about a half an hour. Then I'll just brush it lightly down and do-rag. And that's about it. It's a good way to oil your scalp. You know, it's winter time, it's cold outside. You know, between the different temperature you leaving out your house and you being in your house, the temperature change and how cold it is outside can really dry your hair out, dry your scalp out really fast, you know. So keeping your hair moisturized, keeping your scalp oiled, your hair oiled, you know, your hair clean, period, is very good to keep in mind during the winter time. Not so much during the summertime because, you know, summer, the heat, it adds moisture, so it's really hard to avoid that. But in the winter time, you know, the cold weather will dry your hair out. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions, hit my inbox. You know how to get at me. Descriptions on my followings. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. It's your boy, Young Wavy. Forever.